You're always on the phone, aren't you?
I'm trying to get an x-ray ordered for my daughter today.
Front desk was really mad at me. She's like, that's not even possible.
Part of being RAELYNN'S parents means being on the phone a lot. How many phone calls have you had lately, Abby?
Well, the video clips you have is from the other day.
Right.
But today, Express Scripts, which I need to call back again. Dr. Levin, that was an email, but that's because my phone is broke too. The school speech person, the home nurse, because tonight if she wants to change her work time, she can because the other nurse is sick. The school teacher person, because she was going to start back today, but we didn't know a time yet. That's up to 5. I also need to call another specialty pharmacy because we haven't gotten RAELYNN'S on fee, which we should have a while ago, and then I need to call Dr. Tomko with what's going on with that. Give him an update because he probably doesn't know. I'm up to 7 phone calls today. Yeah, 7 today. And I don't know if I'm missing some because that's just off the top of my head.
Well, and sometimes, like, phone calls can take a lot longer for you for some of these.
All these were super short ones.
That's good.
Definitely, though, sometimes, yeah, sometimes I'm on hold a long time, or if something's new and trying to get figured out, I will get transferred from one person to another person to another person. They'll tell me call this number, then I'll call that number. Yeah, that does happen. Not usually, but it does happen. Yeah.
Well, and one of the clips I'm going to show is like notorious for always transferring you back and forth.
Okay, so yeah, this went well. The video, I'm like, video this is gonna be ridiculous. It went well, but so I called Children's main number. That's what I always call when I want to talk to any department, and I say, can you connect me to urology, neurology, endocrinology, pulmonary? But for some reason, when I asked to get connected to orthopedic, children's orthopedic, they will connect me to the adult orthopedic like a third of the time. The adult orthopedic, which is a hospital connected, will send me back to the front desk, who will send me back to adult orthopedic, who will send me back to the front desk. Front desk was really mad at me. She could not believe she was sending me there. She's like, that's not even possible. And I'm like, well, they told me. And then, yeah. So I thought that's what was going to happen. But when I called adult orthopedic, they just automatically transferred me to the children's orthopedic clinic. Probably because they get it a lot now. Probably they figure out how to just directly transfer us. And it doesn't happen all the time, but yeah. But it didn't happen that day. It was easy. I was just like, wait for it. This is going to be a mess. But it wasn't. It wasn't.
Beautiful hold music. I'm on hold with ortho. I called St. Louis Children's Hospital and asked to be connected to orthopedics. I'm pretty sure they sent me over to the adult hospital. We've done this before. It's gonna be a few phone calls. Come join me.
Thank you for your continued patience. A patient service representative.
It's ringing.
University Orthopedics. Andy, how can I help you?
Hi, is this St. Louis Children's Hospital Orthopedics?
This is WashU Orthopedics. We do see at Children's.
Okay, I called Children's and asked to be transferred to orthopedics, and it sent me to you guys, but it seemed like a different message than I normally get. I'm trying to get a x-ray ordered for my daughter today who's recovering from hip surgery. She sees Dr. Schenecker.
Okay, so you were just needing to schedule the x-ray?
So she's having some increased pain, and so I sent them a message in my chart of if they had time to see her today, could we come in? But if not, could we at least just get an x-ray scheduled so they can see and make sure everything looks okay?
Okay, I mean, I can get you over to Children's Radiology scheduling.
But does Dr. Schenecker need to call it in?
What's your child's name?
RAELYNN Huff, H-U-F-F, like Huff and Puff. I don't have an order for an x-ray. I was just telling them I thought it might be helpful if they could see one.
Let me get you over to the pediatric medical line so you can speak with his medical staff.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If they can get me over to the right line, amazing.
orthopedic surgery, pediatric and adolescent orthopedics.
That's what we wanted.
Please leave your name, telephone number, and a brief message.
This is good.
And a representative will return your call as soon as possible.
Hi, I'm calling to talk with Dr. Schineker's staff about RAELYNN Huff, H-U-F-F. She's had a lot of increased pain in the last 36 hours. Not constant, but it seems very significant at times. And I was calling to see if he could put in an order for an x-ray. We have to drive to St. Louis anyways today for a speech appointment and just make sure everything looked okay post-surgery. I also sent a message in my chart. We live kind of far away. If he wanted to see us today, we could probably get there by 11 a.m. We would need to leave, if at all possible, for a speech appointment, though still by like 2:15 if he wanted to see us in between there. But mostly I just think maybe he would want to order an x-ray. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Kind of rambled on that one. But that was successful. Actually, I thought they were going to send me back to the operator who I was going to have to ask for orthopedic. And then they keep sending me back to that run because I played back and forth like a lot of phone calls to get to pediatric ortho. That was not too painful at all. I was expecting way worse. Okay.
But she is still like shallow breathing or having full apneas where she's not breathing for a couple seconds at a time.
Okay.
Usually they're associated with a DSAT, but if she's on oxygen, you know, it can kind of muddle that result. So it looks like without oxygen, she was dropping, I think her most severe oxygen DSAT was 65, which we like to see him in the mid to high 90s.
Yeah. This last surgery didn't move her lung capacity at all.
Right.
But I think pain makes her breathe shallower sometimes.
Yeah. What we're talking about is that RAELYNN hasn't been sleeping the best, so she got a sleep study, and they came back and said that she's not sleeping best, partially because she has been destatting on oxygen.
Severe sleep apnea,
and she has sleep apnea. So
we were suspecting after her last surgery.
Yeah.
We've had her on a pulse ox every single night since she came home from Rankin because of oxygen issues.
So we're going to try giving her 3/4 of a liter of oxygen every night, all night. And hopefully that should help. That's what they found whenever they did the sleep study, is that helped.
Probably sometimes she'll need more. And pulmonary told me before the sleep study, like when I was telling them all the things, she's like, well, it's fine to just leave her on a liter or two if you need to.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty much what pulmonary predicted.
Yeah, and it's kind of what we've been doing anyway. We've oftentimes been giving her oxygen at night. So.
Yeah, but we've been constantly trying to turn it back down because we have tanks and you run out. And they're going to order us a concentrator so we don't have to worry about running out constantly.
Well, and then we also don't have to worry about giving her white noise because the concentrator will be the white noise.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's kind of loud.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's kind of loud.
Hopefully it's not so loud that we can't hear her pulse ox.
You can turn the volume up on the pulse ox.
Yeah. Then
it can get really loud.
That's true. Yeah. Okay, that's the update on her breathing and sleeping.
We are just on the phone for you all the time, RAELYNN. We're on the phone for you all the time. You are always on the phone, aren't you? You are always on the phone. Say, hello. Hello. Say, I'm always on the phone. Mm-hmm.